Hi, and welcome back to the farmhouse. I am Deanne from Hummingbird Acres, and I am so excited that you guys are here. I have been dreaming and planning a pollinator garden in my head for weeks now. And any plan that I come up with or ideas that I come up with just really would not fit on this property. And I was talking to Jamie about it, and we were brainstorming and trying to figure out what we were going to do. I really wanted a pollinator garden, more than just the milkweed gardens that we have, but a true pollinator garden, and we just didn't have the space. Then he remembered that we bought these stacking planters in the fall from Aldi's, and he had the idea of creating a vertical container pollinator garden. So that's what we are going to do today. I went to a plant sale over the weekend and picked up lots of plants. All of these plants are native to our area, and they are also pollinator friendly. The plan for this is going to fill it up with as many plants as I have and see what happens. In a true pollinator garden, you really want at least a 3x3 area of each plant. That way your honeybees, who when they go to forage for pollen, they stick with one plant at a time. So they will go out and they will just visit coneflowers. They will collect all of the pollen from coneflowers. Then they'll come back to go back to their hive and then go back out again and solely focus on one flower. That's why you want a few of the same flower so that they have enough pollen in that flower to get what they need and then go back. I don't really have the space for that, nor do I have enough plants for that. So we are going to just do one plant of each, and then when we finally do get to build the dream pollinator garden that I have in my head, these plants will be big enough that I'll be able to divide them and make more plants. And maybe even propagate them to make even more. We'll have to see about that. I am going to start by filling these up with some potting soil. I am using potting soil because they're in pots. You don't want to use garden soil in this because it's going to be too heavy and too dense. It's not going to have enough airflow. It's not going to drain very well. So we are using potting soil for this. So I'm going to fill this up with some potting soil, and then I will show you guys what we are putting in them. In this first layer, I am going to put some sedum. This one is not one that I can pronounce, but here's the picture so you can see. These don't grow very big, so they are perfect for, so the height is 6 to 10 inches. So I'm gonna put these on the bottom layer. That way when we stack the containers on top of each other, they don't get smushed too much. One of the keys to growing in these vertical containers is you want to make sure that you plant as close to the edge as possible so as to not have anything get smushed while you're planting. So this is the second one, another sedum. So I'm gonna plant that one here. I am just placing these in, and then I will get some more potting soil to put in. Oh, that one left a lot of potting soil in there. I'm not sure what they used for mulch on top of this. This is not something I've seen before. But the plants look healthy, so I'm not concerned. I'm gonna leave this back one open. I think I saw some sedum across the street, so I might go dig up some of theirs. Of course, ask first. but ask and dig up some of theirs to just give this some variety. So I will fill this in, and then we'll work on the next one. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the next one, and then we will fill them all in at the end. For this next one, I had winter sowed some coneflowers. I think these are a Cherokee mix, so it's a red, yellow, orange mix. And there's 3 plants in here, and there are 3 holes. So this one was easy. And I can almost guarantee you, yeah, that this is root bound. It's been in here way, way too long. But at the time, I didn't have a place to put it. Now we do. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna have to add more soil to get that up. All right, and then in this one, let's see. I really like these cardinals. They are really pretty, and the hummingbirds love them. So I think we're gonna put one of these, and this is gonna be the top layer. So if these grow a little bit taller, it'll be perfect. If you want to know more about flowers for hummingbirds or flowers for butterflies, head on over to our website. I have a couple of articles over there for you. And I believe I also have a free ebook for you as well to help you identify what flowers to plant for hummingbirds. And I should also mention that all of these flowers that I am planting are perennials, so they will come back every year. So I'm gonna do that one. I got this Phlox, the Peacock Cherry Red. This one grows pretty tall as well. This one says it is 2 feet tall, so I'm gonna put this one on the top as well to give it enough room to grow. Okay, I'm gonna make an executive decision. I'm gonna leave this empty as well. I dug up some bee balm out of our pool area. My mom had planted bee balm years ago, and when we redid the pool area last year, I had to pull it all up, but I guess I didn't get it all. So I did dig up some bee balm, and I think I'm gonna put that in this one when it gets a little bit more stabilized. It's not quite in some transplant shock. So once it gets stabilized and it gets a better root system, I'm gonna put bee balm in this one. That means that I actually have 2 plants left that I have not put in a pot. So I can actually add another tier to this planter, and I believe I have one more in the shed. So I'm going to go get that, add some soil to it, and then we will add the last 2 plants. For this last tier, I got this Anzi hops. It was a freebie, somebody gave it to us last year, and it's coming back pretty nicely. So we're gonna add that to one of these. And I think the best way to get this out is going to be this shovel. There it goes. Does not have a very deep root base. I'm gonna dump the extra. Whoa! That was a nice sized worm. That makes me happy. That one can go in there. I got some salvia from, I don't remember where we got this one, but I'm gonna add this as well. I actually saw this yesterday, saw another one of these yesterday at, I think I was at Lowe's. So I might buy another one of these. That's actually pretty bad. That is sad. That is really, really root bound. This one is going to be super happy that it is in, it's getting a new home and going to have lots of room to spread out. That was really sad how root bound that was. And again, I have one more open space. Not too worried about that. I can always pick something up later. I'm gonna fill these all up and water them down really good, get them watered in, let them sit for a little bit to drain off, and then I'm going to stack them up. This is the smaller bee balm that I pulled out of the pool area. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in here and see how it does. That way I can fill the whole pot and not leave it to chance. So you can see it does not have much of a root on it, so hopefully it will bounce back. From my experience, bee balm is really hard to kill, and it should do just fine. This is a scarlet red bee balm, and the hummingbirds absolutely love it. After 3 days of rain, I got the container pollinator garden all stacked up and moved out to our pool area, which gets at least 6 hours of full sun every day, which is what most of these native perennial pollinator plants need. So we have them all stacked here. I still do have one hole that I am waiting to see what I want to put in there, but I am super excited to start to see these bloom and to see the pollinators come and find it. This is a great alternative if you do not have a whole lot of space to create a pollinator garden right in your backyard. And I am really looking forward to, in a year or two, dividing some of these plants and creating an even bigger pollinator garden on our new homestead. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me at the farmhouse today. Make sure you head on over to Instagram to check out our daily, sometimes weekly progress on our garden. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of our homesteading adventures and just pure everyday fun. Thanks so much for coming to visit the farmhouse, and we'll talk to you guys soon.